It's time now for your weekly fishing reports and real-time outdoor news from the South region. This is Fox Sports Outdoors South.
Hi everyone, and welcome to our final episode of Fox Sports Outdoors for the 2014 season. This is an episode that I have come to really look forward to over the years. It's the time of the year not only heading into the holidays, but the time when we can look back over 39 weeks and look back and show you some of the greatest moments, greatest highlights, some of the wonderful adventures, and yes, even some of the bloopers and blunders that we've endured over the past 39 weeks. While we're doing that, we're going to be taking you around your local region for not only your latest fishing reports, but a final word in 2014 from our expert team of insider reporters, their reports from your local lakes, rivers, and bays. Right now though, let's get this Christmas party started back at the FSN studios with your final version of the Weekend Planner.
The Solunar tables are forecasting the peak fishing conditions over the weekend to take place on Sunday, with the best daylight hours beginning in the afternoon at 4:31. Look for the sun to rise at 7:21 and set at 5:22. And evenings will feature a moon that is 57% visible. Stay with us, we'll be right back with freshwater and coastal fishing updates from around the region.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Exide AGM Marine Batteries. Starts like new, stays like new longer. By Gene LaRue and Bobby Garland Lures. With our baits, a good day of fishing is in the bag. By Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. And by Nitro Performance Fishing Boats. Welcome to the big leagues.
Hey everybody, glad you're along with us for the final episode of Fox Sports Outdoors in the 2014 season. Let's get right to the highlight package, beginning with some of the biggest crappie that we've ever found in the entire South and Southwest at a little lake in northeastern Oklahoma called Lake Wister. Following that, we show you the first triple tail we've ever caught on the show. And then after that, yes, Virginia, there are walleye in the South, and we catch a big one in the state of Texas. Following that, it's Bob McNally with your Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia saltwater fishing report, followed by Jimmy Jacobs in those same states in freshwater. I got two of them, and I have a fish on the other line too. That's a big one. Don't you? See if I can just swing him in. All right. How about that to get it started? All right.
Oh, this one's got shoulders.
Got him, man. Look at this. Wow. Look at that big dude.
Good deal.
This is what, an average size one, a bigger one?
This one's on the good side of above average.
There is a beautiful fish, and that is some of the most exciting stuff you'll ever do. Let me hold that sucker up for him. Right in between us so we get a good shot for you right there. Oh, it's a big walleye. Look at this. Big walleye. Got him. How about that? All right. That one hit a drop shot rig with a minnow on it.
This part of the program is brought to you by Mirror Lure, the right tools to catch them. From topwater plugs to subsurface models to deep running lures like the deadly Heavy Dean. Turn on the bite anytime. Tie on a Mirror Lure. Well, all good things have got to come to an end, and this is the last show for the season for the Coastal Fishing Report. We hope we've helped you out in your fishing, and we hope you tune in next year when we'll have more fishing reports just like the ones we've been giving you for the last 39 weeks. The weather is beautiful right now and nice and calm, and the fish have turned on. These are the kind of days when anglers can get way offshore and try for a sea bass off the coast of Georgia, and also there's some big bull redfish on the coast of Georgia. There's some big predators who are after these fish too. Captain Brooke Good, he was fishing offshore the other day in 40 feet of water out of Savannah and hooked a couple of big bull redfish. He was bringing one to the boat, and a great white shark, estimated at 14 feet long, took the redfish from one of his anglers. Over in Alabama, I was talking to Captain Patrick Garmison out of Daphne, and he's also just absolutely catching tons of big trout. They're 5 to 10 miles off the Gulf. They're in the Raft, the Tensaw, Mobile, Dog, and Fish rivers. Captain Garmison's catching them on mirror lure grubs, fishing them slowly along the bottom, in 8 to 30 feet of water. over in Mississippi. Trout fishing has been great along some of the reefs made from the Hurricane Katrina. There's been some very good sheepshead fishing. They're catching some black drum and slot redfish. Plenty of redfish in the marsh in Mississippi. I hope you have a great holiday season, and please take your family and friends fishing whenever you can.
Welcome to the final Alabama, Georgia, and Mississippi freshwater fishing report for this year. Today's action is brought to you by JimmyJacobsOutdoors.com, your source for southern outdoor adventure information. Visit our online bookstore for guidebooks on trout fishing, saltwater fishing, and hiking in the region. Well, the winter will soon be upon us, and since this is the last report of the year, let's talk about tactics and conditions for bass fishing in the Deep South over the next 3 months. This region is dotted with Tennessee Valley Authority and Army Corps Engineers reservoirs. These lakes are drawn down in the winter. Meanwhile, the water's getting colder, the fish are getting lethargic, and they're moving to deeper areas. This calls for a slow presentation. The lures you want to be throwing are soft plastics and jig and pig combos. You just want to creep those along the bottom. Now, the exception to this deep water pattern is when the sunshine is hitting riprap along the shoreline. The sun heats up those rocks and they in turn release that heat back into the water. This warmth draws bait to the shoreline and the bass follow. This is also a good time of year for scouting for your spring fishing. A lot of the bottom structure becomes visible, including brush piles and fish attractors. Mark these on your maps, and then in the spring they're going to be hot spots for bass action. In North Mississippi, the flood control reservoirs at Enid, Grenada, and Sardis are drawn down in the winter. In Alabama, Lewis Smith Lake, Martin Lake, and the chain of lakes along the Coosa River are also lowered as well. In North Georgia, Allatoona, Blue Ridge, Chattooga, and Lanier, and Notley Lake are all drawn down to winter levels. Now, thanks for joining us for this year's presentations, and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you and yours.
Hey, we've got to take a quick break, but as we do, I want to show you a quick look at the first shark that we've ever caught on Fox Sports Outdoors. Man, was it a big one. A big black-tipped shark caught with Captain Greg Hildreth at St. Simon's Island off the coast of Georgia.
How about some of that?
Man, this thing is 100-something pounds of pure beef muscle right there. Way to go,
Woo!
man. What a horse. All right, Greg, way to go.
1, 2, 3, oh yeah.
Woo! Man, what a deal. Let's get right to the next highlight package, beginning with some of the best speckled trout fishing we've ever seen, and it happened on some oil and gas rigs in Mobile Bay, Alabama. Following that, can you believe we did an entire episode catching big tilapia and showing you how to catch them as well? And then we wrap it up with a giant smallmouth bass caught at Lake Eufaula in Oklahoma. After that, it's Captain Inglis Glover with the final edition of your South and North Carolina reports for the 2014 season.
She's about 19 inches, but it's, as you can tell by the weight of it, it's the heaviest fish we've caught today.
Absolutely. That fish will weigh what, maybe?
It's probably 2 3/4.
There's a bite. Got him. Oh, there's a good pull. Look at that big dude. There we go. They're actually from Africa, and there are over 100 different species of tilapia. This particular species that lives in the lake we're on today, which is Squaw Creek, is a blue tilapia. Look at that dude. Look at the color on this fish. Man, what a gorgeous fish. Got him. Look at that toad. Oh, it's a giant smallie. I have caught myself a whopper of a smallmouth bass. Son.
Hey folks, I'm Captain E, and it's time for your Carolinas Report, brought to you by Marshall's Marine. Located in Lake City and Georgetown, South Carolina, we're your bass boat leader since 1969. For all your nitro and bass tracker needs, visit www.marshallsmarine.com. Contact our buddies over at Marshall's, where you'll become family. Also, I want to thank Barry Stokes for the opportunity to share all the fishing in the Carolinas with our viewers in the Southeast, and we look forward to 2015. And I'll tell you, as the temperatures start to drop, get ready to target those redfish in the backwaters. Get out with a jig, tip with an artificial, shrimp, or cut mullet, to get some great numbers of fish this time of the year, as Kinsley would say. Also, in the offshore side of things, the wahoo are loading up on those ledges out there on live bait. Also, in the freshwater side of things, those bass are moving into that deep water. They're out there with the bait. Use your depth finder. Locate that bait, you're going to find the fish. Also, the stripers continue to be a go-to species in the freshwater side of things, with some great catches coming early in the morning and late in the afternoon on topwater schooling fish. Troll a stretch 20 or some live bait during the day to catch some of your biggest stripers. Also, get on those crappie brush piles for some great crappie fishing throughout the winter. We've enjoyed sharing our Carolinas report with you this year, and on behalf of my family, I want to thank you guys so much, and I'll tell you, keep your chaos organized and fish smarter, not harder. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Academy Sports and Outdoors. Right stuff, low price, every day. By Mercury Marine, celebrating 75 years of marine excellence. By Stren Fishing Lines, the standard of dependability. And by Tracker Boats. It's more than just a boat, it's a tracker.
Hey everybody, we're having a lot of fun this week taking a look back at some of the best adventures, some of the greatest highlights we've seen during our 2014 season on Fox Sports Outdoors. So let's get the next highlight package started by taking you all the way southeast with Captain Inglis Glover, our Southeast Insider reporter for the Carolinas, and a nice flounder at Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. Following that, we're coming back to Oklahoma for some nice size hybrid stripers at a little jewel called Carl Blackwell Lake. And then we wrap it up with a big largemouth bass we caught at Lake Athens in deep East Texas.
That's probably about a 20-incher. I'd say he's a 19, 20-incher.
Okay.
You know, very respectable.
Whoa, that's a freight train. Look at that dude. That's a good one. Keep a net handy when you come to this lake. Man, that's a nice hybrid right there. That's a good, maybe 5-6 pound fish, something like that. There's one, got it. That's a fish. Look at this. Good night. Good one. Got him. Look at that. Wow. That's a good 8-pound class fish right here. Let's get him back in the water before he suffers any oxygen flow.
Guys, this is the last report for this season. We're going to come back at you next spring, and I first off want to say thank you to each and every one of you that watch the report every week. It's a pleasure to do the research and get out on the water and just to bring you what I know and what I hear from some really trusted sources about fishing in the Tennessee and Kentucky region. I'd also like to say a huge thank you to my sponsors of my spot, Benton County, Tennessee. It's not only an incredible place to hunt and fish and just recreate and be in the outdoors, it's a wonderful place to live, if I do say so myself. Aside from that, guys, it's the holiday season, and I encourage each of you to share a gift this holiday season. Find somebody that just has never been blessed with the outdoors, and take them out and show them about the gift that the good Lord's given us in hunting and fishing and just in the outdoors in general. The temperatures are varying depending on what body of water you're in the region. Lake Cumberland in Kentucky is really hot right now. Dale Hollow is arguably the hottest lake around. Kentucky Lake, the Tennessee River, the crappie fishing is the going thing right now. And the striped bass fishing on the tail races of Pickwick that's kind of the big things right now. And not a lot of people out there, so if you like cold weather and you don't like a lot of company, come on out and try the winter fishing out. Guys, until next spring, have a wonderful winter, have a very Merry Christmas, and God bless.
And this end of season episode would not be complete without a look at the largest bass we've ever caught in the history of Fox Sports Outdoors and Southwest Outdoors Report. It happened early in this season at beautiful Arbuckle Lake located in central Oklahoma. As you'll see, this bass weighed over 11 pounds. Oh man, look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this giant pig. That's one of the biggest fish I've ever caught in my whole life. Unbelievable. Look at the size of that giant toad, will you? All right, there it is, 11.3, 11 pounds,
3 ounces.
Fox Sports Outdoors is brought to you by Costa Sunglasses. See what's out there. By Luz, setting a new standard in fishing performance. Feel the difference. By Strike King Lures, #1 in fishing. By Lowrance Electronics. Find, navigate, dominate.
Welcome back, everyone. It's time for the Ask the Pro, where viewers get expert insights from professional anglers. This week's question comes from Keith, who asks, does storing fishing rods and reels in sub-freezing weather hurt them? For the answer, we checked with Bassmaster Elite Angler Tommy Biffle.
To store your fishing tackle, you know, I don't ever store mine, but to store your fishing tackle in the wintertime and you're not going to use it, you know, you want to back your drags all the way off. That's one of the key things to keeping the reel in good shape. Maybe put a bag or something over the reel to keep the dust and dirt out of it. And then, you know, I would bring them in the house. I wouldn't let them sit out in a freezing building or out in the garage or something where the temperatures are going to get real low. You know, you need the thing to take care of those rods and reels and bring them in the house.
Thanks, Tommy. If you have a question over the off season, simply visit our website and follow the Ask the Pro link to submit your information. Thanks for another great year, everyone. I'll see you right back here in March next year. Now, if someone wins a new pair of sunglasses on the Costa Catch of the Week. Happy holidays, everyone.
This week's winner in the Costa Catch of the Week contest is Eric Atkins of Huntsville, Alabama. And Eric is showing off a 10-pound largemouth bass that was 25 inches long he caught out of Gunnersville Lake in Alabama. If you'd still like to enter the contest, even during our off-season, you can do that at foxsportsoutdoors.com. Follow the instructions and send us your photo. You can always see the latest Costa frame and lens styles at their website. You can find that by clicking on the Costa logo right on the front page of our website. Right now, I'd like to stop and take just a couple of moments to give a big shout out and a huge thank you to our Fox Sports Outdoors production team. These are the men and women that spend the hard hours behind the cameras, behind the editing systems, putting this show together and bringing it each and every week to you here on the network. Beginning with our producer, Kirk Wise. Kirk has been with us a long time. He's been with me for over 26 years now. He is behind the scenes at Fox Sports Outdoors at the studio putting the show together every week. Monty Lewis is a cameraman. He retired from Pfizer Chemical and travels the country with us shooting our episodes. Buddy Calzada is also one of our cameramen. He heads up Fort Worth Metro Ministries, an organization that reaches out to inner city kids in Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas. Terry Stokes is a cameraman. He's my brother. He's an attorney by trade in Oklahoma City, and he runs the camera for all of the episodes you see taped in the state of Oklahoma. And finally, Laurie Stokes is a camera woman as well, and she's my wife of 35 years who has stuck with me through thick and thin. I am nothing without her. Next up, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. It's our blooper and blunder package, hard evidence that things do not always go as we plan. Just outside Biloxi, it's not outside Biloxi. Here in the, what's this called? Halls Bayou. This week's winner is Timothy Smith. Where's he from? I didn't put where he's from. A pair of Costas on an up.
Bassmaster Angler Edmund. Blah.
They live in Rocks, Saville, the professional bass fishing circus. It's been circus. That gadgets and gear are great, but oh, Barry. Hey, I hope you enjoyed. Until next week, I'll meet you right back here. I'm Barry Stokes. That makes no sense.
Which lures work better with a fiberglass rod and which work better with graphite? A lot of W's there.
Have joy. Ah, crap, I almost had it. My Papa Burger taught me a saying when I was just a little kid. It was, what was it? That'll make a good blooper. Next up this week on the Academy Sports and Outdoors Right Stuff feature, it's the right gear for every angler on your Christmas gift list. Beginning with the Luz American Hero factory matched rod and reel system. It all comes together, everything you need. Your local Academy Sports and Outdoors store. Get this, whole thing for under $100. Next up, Stren has introduced 2 brand new fishing lines. They're specialized. It's Stren Crappie Mono and Stren Catfish Mono, great stocking stuffers. Next up, my favorite Costa frame style. It's called Double Haul. It's in the beautiful camo pattern. You'll see me wearing this on the show a lot. Finally, it's the Lowrance Elite 3X. This is the world's first color fish finder, get this, for under $100. We've put together a whole list of links to gear websites from all of our partners. You can get lots of hats, t-shirts, duffel bags, all kinds of fishing gear with some of your favorite logos on them. We've brought them all together in one spot on the front page at Fox Sports Outdoors. Look at the latest news section in the middle of the front page. I'm so happy at this Christmas time that all of the conversation about whether we need to say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas has finally died down. Enough with all that political correctness. We've spent a lot of time this season on our show saluting our veterans and the sacrifice that they made to give us freedom in America. And one of those freedoms is religious freedom. I believe that you have the right to choose whatever you choose to believe. But if you're one of the loyal fans of this show, and there are thousands of you out there that watch each and every week, you have the right to know what I believe. What I believe is that the God of the universe put on flesh and was born as a human over 2,000 years ago back in Israel. And he did that for one reason, to give us a direct pathway to have a relationship with the one who created it all. And that's what me and my family will be celebrating this Christmas. We are gearing up for the best season ever of Fox Sports Outdoors in 2015 and our best set of networks yet. We'll be announcing all that information during the off season, and we'll be back on in mid-March. Now, during that off season, you can do 3 things to make sure you have the latest information. Number 1, follow our website at foxsportsoutdoors.com. We'll always put the latest information there. And on that website, be sure to sign up to get our free newsletter. You can either click the sign up link or the newsletter link. We'll send that out occasionally during the off season with the latest fishing news and that launch date and the networks and times. And then finally, you can follow us on Twitter. We always put lots of great fishing pictures and news. Big fish that get caught always show up on our Twitter feed, and you'll be in on the latest there. It's quick, easy, and free to sign up and follow us at the address you see on your screen. Hey, we're excited for next season. Our insider reporters are ready, and we'll be back in mid-March. Until then, I'm Barry Stokes saying be safe, have fun. Bye-bye, y'all.